Hello, and welcome to episode 18 of 31 in 31. I'm John from Just Another Horror Podcast. You can find us on Stitcher, Podomatic, and iTunes. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and we put them out every Monday. Check out this week's. What is it? Oh, it's Halloween 3. We did Halloween 3. Also, if you want, because it's October, you could always go back to our 25th episode where we talk about our top 10 favorite horror movies, maybe give you some ideas. Why am I bringing that up? Because tonight I watched At Midnight, I'll Take Your Soul. It's a movie by this guy, Coffin Joe. I think he's from Mexico. Basically, it's about this guy who... there's no other way to put it. He's just a dick. I mean, he is a total shithead. He murders his wife because his wife can't give him a kid. And then he murders his best friend because he figures his best friend's fiance can give him a kid. And then he, with her, and then she doesn't like that too much, so she kills herself and says, "I'm gonna come get you from the grave, yo." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, fine, you ghosts aren't real, you liar." So she hangs herself, and then the doctor is like typing up his report. He's like, "Yeah, I think you killed this lady, right?" He comes in, and he's like, "No, I didn't." And he goes, right in his eyes, and blood comes out of his eyes, and now the doctor gets lit on fire, and he's dead. So basically, this guy is just murdering everyone. Oh, by the way, his name is Z, just Z-E. And I think he's also like the coroner or the grave digger. I don't really know. He wears a top hat around town, and he keeps going to the bar and just being a total dick to all the regulars. But the thing is, there's like 20 regulars in this bar, and he walks in, and every one of them's like, "I don't want to go near him." There's 20 of you. Go after him. He's just a tiny little guy in a top hat. But he kind of thinks it's hilarious how they're just a bunch of wusses. They won't do anything. And there's a stronger word I'd like to use. They're pussies. They're a bunch of pussies. They won't go anywhere near him. So he keeps coming across this crazy witch lady who's like, "Oh, the dead are coming. They're going to kill you and you're going to go die somewhere sometime when black cats and owls and something, ghosts." And so he's walking home one night and she pops out and she's got her, weird femur bone hanging from the roof, and she's like, "Good, black cats and owls." And he's like, "Fuck you, you witch lady." So he's walking home, goes to the cemetery, and then there's some like wacky 1967 ghost effects, which is basically like somebody walking around and there's a bunch of like glitter bordering them, and they go, and I'm not making this up, they just go, "Ooh," and he's like, "Ah!" So he's like running, and then like the last 10 minutes of this movie, he's stumbling around in this, I don't know what the word is for it, ossuary maybe, or mortuary, I don't know. He finds the coffins, all the people he killed, and their dead bodies are in there, and he thought he saw them walking around because he saw ghosts, and then the townspeople hear him freaking out, and they go in, and his eyeball's been pecked out, and that's the end of the movie. Did you get all that? That's a lot to take in. And now for the fun part, for those of you who don't like movies where you have to read subtitles, you gotta read subtitles in this one because it's all in Spanish. But besides all of that, that movie's in my top 10 on that list that I mentioned way back, looks like 3 minutes ago. Remember the top 10 list? This is one of my favorite horror movies I've ever seen. It's so intense and so crazy and so just past the limits of good taste that it just begs you to watch it. The acting is... This Coffin Joe guy, the guy who plays Z, is completely out of his mind. He keeps having these insane soliloquies where he's screaming at ghosts and screaming at dead people. There's no one around. He's hammered drunk. And he's just dumping wine and going, "Come get me, ghosts." I love this movie. I absolutely adore this movie. It has a sequel called This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse. And it's not nearly as fun But there is one scene, because both of these are in black and white. There's one scene in This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse where he goes to hell, and it is the strangest depiction of hell you could ever imagine. There's like asses coming out of the walls, and just people dressed in really cheap, like, devil suits walking around whipping everybody around. It's craziness. It's absolutely wild. And both of these are on YouTube. This one is only an hour and like 20 minutes. So if you want, check it out. If you want to watch the other one, same thing, like an hour and 20 minutes. Check them both out. They're a blast. I mean, they are fun. I think they're supposed to be like terrifying, but holy shit, I don't know. It's not scary to me. It's just an absolute balls to the wall fun fest. So that's it for today. Hopefully I have this much fun tomorrow with whatever I end up picking. Bye.